Hello, how y'all boys doing? You women doing? You men doing today? This is Jared Massey, your boy J Mass. I got some great news for some of you guys. I'm gonna start it off like this: no contest. If you're from CRST, or some other trucking companies, they're gonna say you're gonna sign this contract, and there's no contest. No one else is gonna hire you if you leave from here and you go to the next company. Well, I'm here to tell you not only how not to fall for that, but how to move on before they even get their tentacles into you. A lot of you may be already attending a school at CRST, and I want to give you this information because I wish someone would have given me this information before I started working with a company that is totally irresponsible and doesn't care anything about their drivers. They only care about the bottom line, and you're just a number. Okay, long story short, you'll call CRST. They will get you to where you need to be immediately, because they like to have 100 to 150 people coming in a week. Out of that 150, they may get 25 that are actually going to stay with the company. But if I'm you, I'm not going to complain about their program at NADA. I'm not going to complain about their program at Waterloo. They have some great and exceptional instructors. You'll be done with your class in no less than 17 days to 14 days if you, you go in, you know about your air brakes. That's the biggest part of it, knowing about your air brakes, knowing how to inspect your vehicle, and knowing the parts on the vehicle. That'll be basically it, and then you're gonna know your Marani, I believe it's called. It's gonna always tell you to always look up, check your mirrors every couple of seconds, your left and right mirror. But long story short, after you learn those things and you complete your class in that 14 days, you do your backup. That's going to be the hardest part of it. After you learn how to back up into the alley, basically the rest of it should be a breeze. You'll take your road test, and then after your road test, they're basically going to have you sign a preliminary contract, right? After you sign that preliminary contract, you're going to have to go through orientation. Okay, here's the catch. You want to get as much paperwork from these guys as possible. During orientation, even though they're giving out the answers, I wouldn't be one to pass that test. I want you to continuously fail that test, even though they're giving you the answers. That's one way of immediately getting out of the contract, because they'll send you home via a bus ticket. Secondly, if you graduate that class, immediately after you graduate and you sign that paperwork, the following day you can leave. The following day you can leave, because guess what? Your CDL is going to be waiting for you at a home. Once you have your CDL in hand, what do? Well, I'm going to tell you what you do. You're going to call one of these trucking companies. I'm going to give you a number. I would call personally, just because I'm here. It might be another company that you may find out about, but I would call Decker. I would call Mr. Nate Hardy, and his telephone number is 515-227-7019. Let me say that again. That's going to be 515-227-7019. Now, the key to this whole thing is this. After you call Mr. Nate Hardy and you tell him that you've just graduated from training school and you have your CDLs, you're going to actually get either an airplane ticket or a rental. That's right, not a bus ticket like CRST is going to send you, but a rental or airplane ticket to get you to the nearest terminal. Once you get there, you're going to get what they call orientation pay. So that means you basically just left the place that you came from, And if you do it within that first week, you'll be out of there in the first week. You've already obtained in pocket that week. Once you get there with those guys, gonna have a beautiful hotel room for you. Gonna feed you grown man and grown women meals. Not gonna starve you to death. And you know, the facilities are gonna be clean. You don't have to pay out of pocket to get your laundry taken care of at the you know, washer and dryers they have there. And basically you're gonna get that money for your orientation, which is going to be anywhere from $800 to $1,200. They're going to give you $400 of it that first week in cash in hand. And then you know, when you do your coming up on the second week, you're going to get a check for the other amount, and then you'll receive the last bit of it once you start training. Now understand this, you can go with you know, if you decide, okay, I'm not listening to anything J Mass is saying, you can actually stay where you're at. You can stay with a CRST, and I'm going to tell you how it's going to go. Dispatchers, very disrespectful. Upper management, very disrespectful. You're just a number. And since they have so many people coming in and leaving like a revolving door, they're going to talk to you like you're an animal, or even worse yet, you know, like you're indebted to them to do what they want, when they want it, how they want it. Well, you know, working a job, you should do your job, but you shouldn't have to be humiliated while doing your job. Their trucks break down. They don't like paying you on time for things that are not your responsibility. You're constantly in a rotating circle when it comes to getting people to drive with you. You'll notice a lot of the drivers, they never can keep somebody driving with them on a team. You always got to switch up. The best thing about you know, coming to a place like Decker, like I said, you know, you're coming out of the gate and you're making a living wage, and you have your own truck. Did you hear me? You have your own truck and you're making a living wage. So we're gonna say you know, you were at CSRT, you know, they pay you twice a week. You're making $600 to $500 after taxes. Well, you come over here to Decker, you're making $800 to $1,000 a week while you're training. And I'm not talking about you know, during the time you're driving, because then it's all up on you how long you want to stay on the road. You know what I mean? All right. Well, I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up. Again, this is your boy J Mass. I'm looking out for you. I wish somebody would have looked out for me. And remember, no contest. It's fate.